So my life feels like a mess right now, and that's because it is. We've got dishes that need doing, floors that need vacuuming, desperately, and beds that need making. So in this video, you're coming with me to reset this entire apartment and get it ready just in time for spring. And because I actually want to enjoy my Sunday, we're gonna get it done in under 2 hours. Countdown's on. Let's start with the bed. These are my pajamas. These sheets have not been changed in a week, and we only have 2 sets of bedding. So I'm gonna wash these and get the laundry going, because you know what? There's nothing better than going into bed with a fresh set of sheets, especially now that spring is here. It's raining, not snowing. Gratitude, I'm grateful. I'm also going to wash these pillow covers. God knows how many nasty ass dust mites are in here. I love doing a reset, and honestly, it's been a little while. We've kind of let the apartment get a little out of hand. It's very dusty. We also had to clean our Dyson. The filter was getting really dirty and it was yelling at us. It was screaming at us to clean it. So we've also had to let 2 days worth of dust and crumbs and glugh. We just sort of let it accumulate all over the floor, and it is driving me crazy. So you know what? I just feel like I feel so much calmer, more productive, more creative, all over so much better about myself and my life when the place is clean. So I'm actually looking forward to this. Since I committed to doing a power deep clean, it meant that I had to take a few minutes to strip the entire bed. I took off all the fitted sheets, the pillowcases, and even the mattress cover. Multitasking while you're cleaning is key, so I tossed all the bedding in the laundry and put it on hot to kill all the bacteria, dust mites, and sweat we've been sleeping in, all before I went on to tackle vacuuming the mattress. This is empty, it's clean. I'm gonna show you the before and after because it's gonna be gross, but satisfying. Ideally, we do this once a month, but I'll admit that it's been a bit overdue, so I'm curious to see what kind of nasties we pull up here. I heard somewhere, probably on TikTok, that you shed up to 1.5 pounds of skin cells a year. So if that doesn't motivate you to change your sheets and vacuum your mattress regularly, I don't know what will. You see all that? We're sleeping on that. Now that this is vacuumed, I'm also going to flip the mattress, see what these guns can do. Jeff's not home, otherwise he would help me. Depending on your mattress, rotating it 1 to 2 times a year will help protect it from wear and tear, so doing this just ensures that your mattress lasts longer. I'm really glad I go to the gym because that was a workout. Did it. And now it's time to dust because, fair warning, there's going to be a lot of it. It's always easier if you clear the space as much as possible beforehand, so I made sure to move the bedside tables and even the bedroom rug so I could get every nook and cranny. There's always so much dust that collects in here every single week, and I don't know where it comes from. I was actually thinking about getting some kind of air purifier for this room to help with that, but I don't actually know if they really work, so let me know if you think it's worth it. I also made sure to remove any cords because they tend to collect more dust bunnies than usual, just so I could get a really thorough cleaning. And oh my god, I am embarrassed at how friggin' dusty it was under our bed. I'll admit it hasn't been done in a while, but dang, look how satisfying it is to see all that vacuumed up. I even got behind our mirror, which seemed to be accumulating more of my hair than is actually on my head. Seeing all of this made me realize how much dust we're actually breathing in when we sleep at night, so I'm really making it a point now to put this mega dusting into my cleaning routine a lot more often because, oh my god. And this mirror was in desperate need of a wipe down, so I just gave it a good spray with some glass cleaner. You can probably see the streaks from here. Then I just put everything back where it belongs because everything has a home. And I can't believe this only ended up taking me 30 minutes. So I feel like, you know what, this might be possible. We will now turn our attention to the kitchen. This is not actually too bad. I just got some dirty dishes that I'm gonna put in the dishwasher. Gotta put away the clean dishes, and I think everything just needs a bit of a wipe down, so I'm not gonna go too crazy in here. Let's get moving. So when it comes to a mess like this, I tend to find it really overwhelming and kind of this looming like to-do that just hangs over your head until it's clean. So I'm really glad to be doing this right now. Anything that's dishwasher safe, I just load it in there, and I washed what I could by hand, except for this pan and wooden spatula that had protein pancakes stuck all over it. So I just gave in and let that soak a little longer. Then I just used an all-purpose cleaner to get the dust, crumbs, and gunk off of all of the countertops, and I decided to take a few minutes to even wipe down our coffee kettle because, surprise, surprise, it also gets really dusty. We got this island secondhand from IKEA, and it is like the primary dust collector in this place. So I just cleared all the surfaces, dusted it off, and then gave it a wipe down with some stainless steel cleaner. There will be dust on this tomorrow, but at least today it looks good. Then I decided to clean off our appliances with the stainless steel cleaner too. I wiped down the top of the island, and that's the kitchen done. I have about an hour left. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Let's throw in another load while we go. Now it's time for the bathroom. I'm going to clean from top to bottom and from cleanest to dirtiest, so I always like to start with the mirrors. Then I go over the countertops and the sink to get all the splashes and toothpaste off, and even our soap dispensers tend to get dusty, so I always like to make sure I clean those off. This tray is really cool. It's made of something called diatomaceous earth. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but it basically absorbs moisture, so when I clean this off, this is basically drying in real time. It's really cool. Then I tackle my least favorite thing, the toilet. You know what that looks like, so I'm not actually going to show you, but one thing I did spend a lot of time doing was wiping down the area around the toilet just to get off this dust that's been accumulating for a while. I also make sure to disinfect any high-touch areas, and then I move on to the shower. I do appreciate this detachable shower head because it makes spraying down the tiles so much easier, and all I do is just get everything wet, spray it down with some bathroom cleaner, let it sit for a few minutes, and then rinse it off. Okay, eek! I have 20 minutes left, so let's do a power clean in the living room. The living room usually stays pretty tidy, so all I really needed to do here was give it a good dusting, put things back where they belonged, and vacuum. I make sure to dust everything like our books, our Sonos, and of course I have my very own journal that I wrote on display. It's called the Minimalist-ish Journal, your guide to buy less, live better, and find more joy in what you already have. It's a really cool journal that I wrote to help you through a no-buy or low-buy challenge, or simply just curate your life a little bit more. And you can get it in places like Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble, Chapters, Amazon. So you can check it out if you want to support me. And it just looks so cute on display. And I do plan on mopping, but before I do, I need to get all these crumbs and dust and hair off of the floor. So I just make sure to do a solid vacuuming of all of the spaces. This side of the way. This is my big light, life of a YouTuber. I paused the timer to talk to you. Vacuuming is done. And now I have 6 minutes to clean up my den. So let's do this. Okay, this is my office. This is where I spend most of my time. It's honestly not too bad. It just needs a bit of a dusting. It's gotta get like these cords and dongles and gear put away. Another copy of my journal here. It's gonna get all this off of my desk so I can really give it a nice wipe down. Like just everything is dusty. That's the problem. And that's what's gonna be very satisfying when it's all cleaned up. Okay, if I don't make it, then I'm just gonna continue cleaning because I'd rather get this done right than rushed. I don't like to rush. You know, we have some stakes in a cleaning video, some high stakes. Okay, oh, 40 seconds left. Hey, I feel pretty good about this. We dusted, we tidied, we reorganized. So I think that was a pretty good challenge, just for fun, but I still have a few things to do, so I'm gonna do that anyway because I want it done right, not just done fast. So since I was no longer fighting against the timer, I just decided to keep going and finish up some odds and ends. Look at this Dyson. Can you believe how much this thing has sucked up in just 2 hours? I am shook. Our entryway also needed a really quick tidy, so I put away the shoes that don't belong there, gave the rug a good vacuum, and dusted the baseboards. Then I took out the garbage, which was right on time because the dryer went off, which meant the sheets are ready. Bedding's almost done. Switching over the bedding is a job I usually leave for Jeff because there's just something about doing this task that I absolutely hate. But since he wasn't around today, it was up to me. I do love a fresh set of sheets, but there's something that just feels so tedious about this. I don't know. But one thing I will say is that I think I've reached peak adulting because I finally figured out how to put on a new duvet cover without actually having to physically get inside of it. So you know what? A win is a win. With the bedroom finally done, all that's left to do in my spring cleaning reset is a good mopping. I finally bought a proper mop and bucket because we used to use those Swiffer floor wipes and I just found that they left the floors looking super streaky. Plus they don't really do a proper clean, so it really felt like time for an upgrade. This mop head is also washable, so that cuts down on a lot of waste too, which is really nice. I read that the key to streak-free floors when you're mopping is to make sure you use really hot water in your bucket and the tiniest amount of floor cleaner, so all I did here was just use a capful and fill the bucket pretty much to the top. And yeah, I think it worked pretty well. And after 3 hours of work, a full podcast, and a few snack breaks later, the place is finally done. I hope this video gave you some good motivation to reset and deep clean your own home for spring, so leave me a soap emoji in the comments if you plan to clean along with me. I don't know, I just love watching cleaning videos. They are very satisfying. Even if you just take 10 minutes to tidy up a small space, you're gonna feel so much more accomplished after. If you like this video, please do me a favor and give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more like this, please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. Love ya. Bye.